Regina, Mater misericordiae, vita dulcedo, estes nostra salve.
The Lord be with you. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to John. Glory to you, Lord. Jesus said to his disciples, I am the true vine, and my Father is the vine grower. He takes away every branch in me that does not bear fruit, and everyone that does, he prunes so that it bears more fruit. You are already pruned because of the word that I spoke to you. Remain in me, as I remain in you. Just as a branch cannot bear fruit on its own unless it remains on the vine, so neither can you unless you remain in me. I am the vine. You are the branches. Whoever remains in me and I in him will bear much fruit, because without me you can do nothing. Anyone who does not remain in me will be thrown out like a branch and wither. People will gather them and throw them into a fire, and they will be burned. If you remain in me and my words remain in you, ask for whatever you want, and it will be done for you. By this is my Father glorified, that you bear much fruit and become my disciples. The Gospel of the Lord. Praise to you. John chapter 15 that we read this morning is a very powerful chapter in the Bible that explains to us very well our relationship with Jesus Christ, or who we are. Incidentally, the image of the vine and the branches, which I will use the tree, generally speaking, a vine is a tree or a plant, as the case may be. Let us use the image of the tree, which we are very familiar with. It brings everything home to us. We see trees around us, different kinds of trees. In the woods, in the compounds, along the roads, we see trees. We know what it means. So what Jesus Christ is saying, if you look at the tree, we see the leaves, of course. We see the branches springing up. We see the stem that goes into the ground, and then the root that goes further into the ground. Jesus Christ is saying that when we look at the tree, that he is the tree, but we are the branches. And those branches bear the leaves. And if it is a fruit-bearing tree, the branches also bears the fruits. Very understandable. I wonder, in fact, I think Jesus Christ was an agriculturist, you know what I mean? He has real knowledge of trees. God has a very good picture. The branches bears the leaves. And then the leaves the branches again bears the fruits, if it's a fruit-bearing plant. And then but the root and the stem bears the branches. Think about it. Very powerful picture. Let us use the negative picture also in the reading. It says, if you, by any chance, cut off any branch of the tree or pluck it off and keep it separate from the tree, what happens? It dies. The branch can never survive without the stem. Never. That's the picture Jesus wants us to see of him and us. I was pushed to remember what we read in the catechism. It says, who is a Christian? And the answer was, in a summary, I'm going to paraphrase. It says, a Christian is one who is baptized. That is the beginning of our Christian journey. Who is baptized and who believes and practices all the teachings of Christ. Not some of them. Not cherry picking. all the teachings of Christ. You try your best to do it. You may not do them all, but you have to accept them all. You have to believe in all of them. And then you have to try your best to put into practice what you believe. That's the Christian life. Not some, not cherry picking, not rejecting some of them. I don't believe in this, it doesn't work in my life. There's no option in the Christian life for us to choose and pick which one to do or which one not to do. We try our best to do all. That's what makes us Christians. Because once we don't do that, we are rejecting Christ indirectly. Sometimes we think that somebody being good is enough. It's not enough to be a good person. It's not enough to be, kind person. A Christian is one who is baptized, believes, accepts, and tries to put into practice all the teachings of Christ. My brothers and sisters, in today's world, we are challenged in our Christian life and practices. In today's world, how many people could be Christians in the real name of that word Christian? How many? In the reality, how many could be Christians? But we keep trying our best to accept Christ in our life, be with Him, subsist in Him. He is the root and the source of our life. Without Him, we can do nothing. Let's keep trying to stuck to Him and to believe Him and to keep trying our best to practice what He taught us. God bless you all.
Regina Celi, letare, alleluia, qui aquae meruisti portare,